Today, my topic is self-awareness about our own sexual urges. Having self-awareness about our own sexual urges is a vital part of our own very existence. The editor of Scientific American once said, "Someday, the man will regard the sex urge exactly as he does other biological functions, the equally natural urges to eat, to drink, and to breathe." May 1933, Volume 148, Number 5. Sexual urge is a biological part of both animals and humans. Animals follow their sexual urges anytime, anywhere, but we don't need to act like them. So we learn to know our sexual urges when we feel it the most and then express them in a private or intimate manner. So basically, some of us women, sometimes we feel the sexual urge when it's time for our monthly menstrual cycle. Some of us, they use the sexual urge for if they want to make a baby, so they watch the time in a month when is the most time that they feel like the body heat, the sexual urges. And also sometimes we also feel it, as women we feel it during our menstrual period, and some of us they feel it after the moment they finish the menstrual period. So but it's a very important part of our lives that we shouldn't be ignoring, no matter how much busy our lives are, or even though we don't have partner, we can still express ourselves. We need to, because it's loosen up our body, especially in this very how do you call it, hectic society, world, in which most of us have to work double jobs and everything. So, and it's really very important that we not ignore it. So, according to H.M. Parsley, sex is important part of our lives in order for the humanity to continue. That it is an integral part of human evolution. 1933, Scientific American. Knowing one's own sexual urges and know how to express them appropriately as well as legally is a sign of a mature person with understanding of self when it comes to own sexual needs. From the perspective of involvement theory, subjective sexual arousal is conceived to be an affect-cognition blend consisting of awareness of physiological sexual arousal, sexual affect. Mosher, 1980. So, cognition is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experiences, and the senses. Affects refers to the feelings that we experience as part of our life, and it includes both moods and emotions. So, being aware of one's own sexual urges can also help avoid being a victim by it. That can result in unpleasant outcomes such as sexual harassment or molestation or rape. So it's really very imperative that we have to learn when we feel that sexual urges and be able to express it. If we don't have a partner, then we can always do self-service, masturbation, or we can buy adult toys, inappropriate adult toys. So in order to express what we feel in our body. So it is like very imperative that we have to look after our sexual urges. Um, Sex is part of our lives as human beings, and it is good for our health. Partnered sexuality affects cardiovascular health. It is a form of exercise. Flaffier et al. 2013. The intimacy built into sexual relationships is a source of emotional and social support. Snatch 1991. It reduces exposure to stress, modifies response to stress, and promotes recovery from stress. Eindor and Herzberger 2012. It is very important that one's own sexual urges must be in check of when to know the cycle of its so-called innate time. Awareness of one's own sexuality can also help, for they will have someone to express it with, to express their sexual urges to. And lastly, sexual education is really relevant in our society, particularly in understanding sexual urges. Thank you.